Hey guys, welcome back to the Parkerverse. This week, I was asked by a friend of mine to help root his Oneplus 6. So I thought I would share with you guys the steps that I use to quickly and easily unlock the Oneplus bootloader and enable root on the 6 and 6T. But before we jump right into it, make sure to like and subscribe to get more Android tips, tricks and customization videos. And don't forget to submit your live wallpaper and home screen requests right from within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. Just head to the live section and then click on the request button. And remember to boost your favorite ones using both the heart and the booster buttons here. So for this tutorial, all you're going to need is a Oneplus 6 or a 6T and a Windows PC. Now before we can unlock our bootloader, we need to make sure we have ADB and fast boot set up on our computers. For this, just simply head to the CyanogenMod website, which I've linked in the description below, and download the latest version of minimal ADB and fast boot, which we're going to use to not just unlock our bootloaders, but also boot our phones into a custom recovery. So to keep things simple, make sure to download the EXE version from the website, as I'm showing here. And of course, install it following the on-screen prompts. Now while it downloads, let's jump over to our Oneplus 6 or 6T. Here, we want to head into our phone settings and enable the developer options. Just simply tap the build number repeatedly in the About Phone section until you see this message on screen. Now, when you head to System, you'll see the newly unlocked developer options, which we're going to use to enable OME unlocking, advanced reboot, and USB debugging. And once done, simply hold the power button and using the new advanced power menu, click on the bootloader option, which will restart your phone into fast mode. Here you can see the state of your bootloader, which currently should be locked. Now that our phone is set up, let's connect it to the PC and load up the minimal ADB software. Now here, we're simply going to type fast boot devices and hit enter. At this point, if your PC has the correct ADB drivers installed, you should see your phone's ID appear here. However, if you don't, here's something you can try. From the video description below, download the older version of ADB installer, which will contain a driver installation option. Just simply start the program and using the Y and N buttons on the keyboard, you want to only install the driver as I'm showing on screen. And once done, you want to head over to your device manager and find your connected Android device. In my case, the device appears under Kidocom. However, for you, it may be under Android or even other devices. And once you've found it, you simply want to right click and install our new driver, making sure to pick from the list available on your computer. And if you have multiple ADB Android drivers, then feel free to give each one of them a go until your phone appears using the fast boot command. But if you're still struggling, make sure to check out XDA forums for a few other alternative fixes that you can try. So now that we have ADB set up, before we unlock the bootloader, keep in mind that this is going to wipe all of your data from your phone. So if you haven't already, make sure you back everything up. And once you're ready, simply type fast boot flashing unlock into the ADB terminal and hit enter. After a moment, you should see this OK indicator in the terminal and your phone displaying this unlock message. Now, all that's left to do is use the volume buttons to select unlock and confirm with the power button. At this point, your phone is going to start to wipe all of your data. So just give it a few minutes to finish and restart back into Android. Once done, you're going to need to go through the full Android setup process, re-enable developers mode just as we did earlier, and then make sure to turn on these 3 developer options once more. Now, when you head into fast boot mode, you should notice that your bootloader device state is now unlocked. Now, let's finally root our phone. For this, we're going to download a few extra files. The first of which is going to be the custom recovery. Simply use the link in the description below to download the latest recovery file version from the TeamWin website. Now there are quite a few different versions available, but simply download the one with the most recent date. At this point, those of you with a keen eye may have noticed that there's both a zip and an image version of the same files. So make sure to download both of them, as the image is what we're going to use to boot into using our computers, and the zip is the version that we're going to install directly onto our phone. Additionally, below, I'm also going to leave a direct link to the latest version of Magisk, so make sure to grab that as well. Now, let's reboot our phones and transfer both the Magisk and the custom recovery zip file straight into it. Here, I've chosen to place them within the phone's download folder. And once done, we want to reboot our phone using the bootloader option to get into fast boot mode. Next, using minimal ADB, we want to type in the command fastboot boot space and then drag and drop our image version of the custom recovery file, which was downloaded earlier, before hitting enter. Now, just give it a few minutes to finish the flashing process, and once completed, you should see the OK indicators on ADB and your phone should start to reboot. And now you should have access to a temporary custom recovery. So using this, we're going to install both the permanent zip version and the Magisk file we transferred to our phones earlier. Just use the install option to navigate to where you transferred the two zip files and install them. In my case, these are located within the download folder. Just make sure to install the custom recovery file first, making it permanent, so in case you accidentally reboot your phone, you can always access it by holding the power and volume up keys. And once you've installed both of them, make sure to clear your phone's cache here before hitting reboot. And that's it, your phone is now rooted with Magisk installed. And as a final note, if you want to pass the safety net test, just simply enable the Magisk hide option within the settings, and then make sure to hide it from all of the Google Play services and then simply reboot. And if you have any banking apps, make sure to do the same for them too. And as a final check, you can also download the Root Checker app to see if root on your phone is working correctly. If you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to help support the channel. And before you leave, make sure to grab all of these custom live wallpapers from my very own custom creation app. Just simply head to the live video section and you'll find them all there. And remember, if you have any wallpaper suggestions of your own, make sure to let me know from right within the app itself and boost the ones that you want to see next. And make sure you check out my other Android customization videos. See you next time on Into the Parkerverse.